All right, we've given Bitcoin lots of props and airtime here. It's impressive. It's bulletproof. As Michael Saylor says, it has low aspirations, and he likes that because it'll stay out of the crosshairs of a lot of financial institutions, et cetera. Let's talk about Ethereum. I know July 1st you announced that you're starting or have an Ethereum fund. You can talk about that. I look at these two currencies as almost like, it's going to be a biblical tale, one day. It's almost like, not Cain and Abel, but it's like these two characters that are in a play, very different, bring completely different things to the ecosystem. One built-in non-inflationary, one not so much, one bulletproof and low aspiration, one wants to reprogram the banking system. Both super exciting, both very different, both very valuable, I think. What's your thoughts on Ethereum? You said you were staying out of it for a while. Now you're in. And also for me, Ethereum equals decentralized finance, which is a conversation we need to have about really breaking down the centralized banking sector. So tell me, what does the mooch think about Ethereum?
Well, what I try to say to people when I got into Bitcoin, because it's such a big leap for institutionalists to go into that space, and many of them are still poo-pooing it and are naysayers. I didn't want to start going down chain into other coins because I wanted to at least establish a foothold, explain why we were in Bitcoin. And I was always saying to people, we would ultimately be in other coins. And so July 1st, we opened up our Ethereum fund. We aggregated demand for it. It's probably like $50 or $75 million in that fund right now. Ethereum is different from Bitcoin. I don't want to bore people with the explanation of how different it is, but just know that Ethereum has its own network, and Ethereum, you're able to use the digital applications. You're able to bolt onto Ethereum's blockchain the ability to trade things like non-fungible tokens or what we would call smart contracts. And they can trade over Ethereum's blockchain very easily. There are other coins like that. Solana would be one of those. Cardano would be one of those. Algorand, I don't know if you've heard of that coin, would be one of those. Each of them have varying benefits to their technologies. So the real question is, will Bitcoin be usurped by any of these? There are people that think that Ethereum will usurp Bitcoin. I don't know the answer to that. I think, if you ask me, gun to my head, I think Bitcoin remains the apex predator. It's defeated 8,400 coins that have assaulted it over the last 12 years and has stayed as the apex predator. But there are properties to things like Ethereum and a few of these other coins that I think will develop their own broad-based networks and ecosystems. Is there a gold and a palladium? Yes, there is. Is there a gold and platinum? There is. Is there a Coke and a Pepsi? Yes, there's Coke and Pepsi. There's Dr. Pepper and Schweppes. And so therefore, there will be a few winners here. I'm reminded of something that Mr. Buffett said, though, at the turn of the century. It was the year 2000. He said, if you went back to the year 1900 and you looked in the phone book, every company had the name Motors in it. And he said, and now look at us today in the year 2000, every company has the .com in it. And of course, there'll be a consolidation in the .com industry the same way there was a consolidation in the motor industry. We got down to a few motor companies, but everyone had motor in the name. And I would say the same is probably true today. There's lots of coins out there, but as this sector matures, I think there will be a few remaining ones. And I think Bitcoin and Ethereum will be here, and perhaps a few others.